I really do like to prime my canvases with, my boards with, is Venetian Plaster. I really, really like, this is Modern Masters Venetian Plaster. This is an ultra deep base. If you can see that, let me see if I can get my light a little better. It's the ultra deep tint base. And what that means is there's not any white in this base. So if you want to add some color to it, you're going to get the rich color rather than have it be this one over here. Whoops. Get that out of my way. This one over here, this is just the tint base, and this is what you want to use for lighter colors, if you want a lighter color plaster. This one is what you would use if you were using a darker color. And this plaster, I probably could add some water to it. It's usually a little bit looser than that. But I'm going to start with it like that, just a big blob on my board. And then, let me try to get this Payne's Gray open. I'm just going to put some Payne's Gray in there. Just enough. And then I have my spatula, my trowel, actually. And I'm just going to kind of mix this up a little bit. And then I just want to put a nice coat of this plaster on the board. It's kind of like frosting a cake. You got to make sure, keep your eye open for chunks that get in here that will create, you know, when you pull through, it creates little lines like that. So there's a chunk in there somewhere. Let me see if I can get it out. But I'm holding this, I'm holding my trowel almost at, let me see, that's 45. Whatever that would be, I'm holding it almost flat to my board. And I'm just smoothing this out. I don't want to work it too much because that's when things start drying and you start getting little chunks that will pull through. You can get this really smooth. I like things like that show up. And there's another thing. Oh, I'll show you that on another board. So this is just kind of smooth, and this is plaster. So it will dry. It's actually not plaster. They say it's plaster, but it really is more of an acrylic base. It doesn't have marble dust in it, which is usually what Venetian plaster does have. So the more you work it, the more you get all these little lines that you have to work out. So you can be as textury as you want or not. There's quite a bit on here. Let me set this guy aside and pull up another board. Let's see, let me get rid of that on here because there's another cool thing I want to show you. So let's just put a splat of that out. We'll still put a little bit of Payne's Gray. You know what? I want to try this purple. I'm not a purple person, but I have a lot of this, and I thought, what the heck? Let's try that. I can always cover it up, which I probably will do. Oh, yeah, that's way purple for me. Whew. That is way, way purple. Okay, but here's the cool thing I want to show you. Now, I'm just working this to get it smoothed onto the board a little bit. Wow. As you know, this is not my color. You've never seen me use this color. And then I want to take, I have a little bag of charcoal here. Whoops. And let's see if we've got, it's chunks of charcoal. And what I like to do, let me see if they're, oh yeah. Put those back in there. And then let me just pull this through. This is going to help me get over that purple that I'm not really liking. Okay, this looks really messy, and it is. And I'm getting a lot of chunks in here. Where do I want to put that? Let me get this. I want that chunk of charcoal out of there. It's kind of graying up the purple, which I do like. I just want to make sure I get all of the wood covered. Okay, let me get that off again. I know it looks kind of gross, doesn't it? But it won't be when I paint on it. It will not be gross once I paint on it. And this is actually one of my favorite surfaces to paint on, the Venetian Plaster. I mean, I can definitely work with this purple. Oops, get back out of there. It's pretty forgiving as you're working along, as you can see. It's creating some really fun textures. Really like these speckly things up here. I'm gonna, I think, leave it at this. Clean off my sides. Because I've got a whole bunch of plaster here I can use now. And I hope I'm in frame with all this. I'm never quite sure when I start working on something. I'm focused on what I'm doing and not what I'm actually creating. But I really am kind of liking that. I'm not sure why. And what I might do is once it's dry, I'll hit it with sandpaper and really smooth it out. So that's what I can do with that. Another thing you can do, let me find my other Venetian Plaster board. Now, I've got this all over my trowel, so I don't really want to show you, but I'm going to have to show you. Let me get this off. Get this plaster off. Because what is really great about the Venetian Plaster is that you burnish it. And I'm not sure you're going to be able to see because this is such a light color. But when you burnish it, you get a really hard surface. And burnishing it is holding this at a 45-degree angle and just pulling it across your board. You can also do this, where I'm just leaning it on my board and rubbing it. Not only does that get really, really soft, let me see. Can I get it? Can you see the shine in it? There's a really nice, I mean, it's like a glass shine. It's irregular because my paint is irregular, but Venetian Plaster is really nice to paint on. So I got a couple boards here. We did that one. I did this one just before I did the video. Oh no, I did that one with you guys. And I've finished 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've finished like 8 boards in the matter of half an hour's time. So they go pretty quick, and it's really good to have a stockpile of boards to work on. So I would say give it a try. Go to Dixie Line, get your 1/4-inch Luan, Luan, have them cut it in 11.5 by 11.5 squares, and you'll get 32 out of a 4-foot by 8-foot piece of plywood. And then all you got to do is sand up the edges, put a coat of paint on them, and you've got a great painting service. And by the way, you can cut those boards. You can vary your sizes. You could do an 18 by 24, 24 by 24. Take your boards and figure it out on graph paper, what you want, what size you want, and the best way to lay it out. And then take it to them, and they will help you figure out exactly the measurements you have to use to make enough room for those cut marks. Hopefully that made sense, and hopefully you can do this. You're going to have some spare time, so see if you can do it. And until next time, I'll see you.